All right, let's talk about something that can seem, well, a little scary on your apprenticeship plan, but is actually a secret weapon for your career. We're talking about marketing risk, S16 to be exact, and today we're going to show you how to turn this tricky requirement into one of your biggest strengths.
So that's the big question, right? You see something like S16 on your plan, and it just looks like this huge, formal, intimidating thing. But what if it's not a barrier? What if it's actually the thing that proves you're ready to be a leader? Let's dive in.
And to make this super practical, we're not just going to talk theory. We're going to follow the story of Jody. She's a level 6 apprentice at a place called IBIS Stores, and she is right where you are. Her journey from feeling totally confused to being super confident is going to be our roadmap today.
So let's start where Jody starts. She opens up her learning plan, she sees this code, S16, and she just thinks, okay, what in the world are they actually asking me to do here? It feels vague, it feels huge.
This is what she's looking at, the official language from the curriculum. You see words like strategic judgment, governance, discipline. And yeah, they sound important, but what do they mean day to day? So her first move is smart. She calls up her coach Olivia to get this translated into normal human English.
And here it is. This is what Olivia tells her. And honestly, this makes so much more sense. S16 is basically about having marketing foresight. It's not about being the negative person in the room who says no to everything. It's about being proactive. It's about looking at an amazing creative idea and asking, okay, how do we make sure this lands perfectly and protect our business from any weird bumps in the road?
Okay, so Jody has the basic definition down, but to really get it, she needs to see it in action at IBIS Stores. So for that, she turns to the experts, her manager, Riddle, and her mentor, Adam, to really understand the what and, more importantly, the why. First up, she chats with her line manager, Riddle. Jody asks, so what does risk actually mean for our campaigns? And Riddle gives her this brilliant insight. Risk isn't just one big, scary monster. It's actually a whole bunch of different things, and a great manager needs to know what each of them looks like. And this table just lays it out so clearly. You've got financial risk, that's the easy one, right? What if we spend way more than we planned? Then there's legal risk. Are we playing by the rules, following advertising standards? Reputational risk. This one's huge. What if a campaign message we think is funny actually causes a huge public backlash? And then ethical risk. Are we using customer data in a way that's totally transparent and fair? All of a sudden, risk isn't this abstract concept anymore. It's a list of very real, very specific business challenges.
So next, Jody chats with her mentor, Adam, and he drops this absolute gem on her. He explains that some people think risk management is, the department of no, where all the fun, creative ideas go to die. But Adam flips that completely. He says a true leader sees it as the exact opposite. By finding the weak spots and planning for them, you're not killing the idea, you're bulletproofing it. You're making it so strong it's practically unstoppable.
And this is why S16 is way more than just a box you have to take on your apprenticeship. For someone like Jody, who wants to be a manager, this is a genuine superpower. You become the guardian of the brand's reputation. You're the one who saves the company from embarrassing mistakes or big fines. You show senior leaders that you can be trusted with responsibility. This skill isn't about playing it safe. It's about enabling the business to grow, but to grow smart.
Right, Jody is totally fired up now. She gets what S16 is, she gets why it's so important, but here comes the million-dollar question. How does she actually learn to do it? And, critically for her apprenticeship, how does she prove she's done it?
Her mentor, Adam, gives her this super clear 4-step plan, and you can totally steal this. Number 1, build awareness. That's what Jody just did with Riddle. Learn the different categories of risk. 2, develop judgment. This is where you practice thinking, okay, how likely is this to happen? And if it does, how bad is it? 3, embed planning. This is about making risk assessment a normal, standard part of every single marketing plan, not an afterthought. And 4, strengthen confidence. Get comfortable talking about risk, not as a scary thing, but as a strategic thing.
So to put this into practice, her manager Riddle gives her the perfect task. IBIS Stores has a big summer sizzle campaign about to launch, and Jody's job is to create the risk assessment for it from scratch. This is it. This is the moment she goes from learning about it to actually doing it. And even better, this is going to generate some amazing evidence for her portfolio.
So what does that evidence actually look like in a system like APTM? Well, you can upload the risk assessment itself or maybe a risk register, that's all good. But look at that last bullet point because it is everything. It's not enough to just dump the document in there. You have to add a reflection. You have to explain your thinking. Why did you pick these risks? How did you rate them? What was your thought process? That's what the assessors really want to see.
And this slide,
This is the difference between a pass and a distinction. Good evidence? That's kind of passive. It's like, here are some meeting minutes where risk was mentioned. Great evidence, on the other hand, is active. It's the risk register that you created. It's the detailed scenario plan that you wrote. The assessors are looking for proof that you can take ownership like a manager, not just that you were in the room.
So, Jody does the work. She creates a fantastic risk assessment for the Summer Sizzle campaign. She writes a brilliant reflection on it. She has her evidence locked and loaded. Now, there's just one thing left. It's time to prepare for the final boss, the endpoint assessment, her professional discussion.
Her coach, Olivia, starts prepping her with some typical questions. And this one's a classic. They're not just asking what you know, they're asking what you've done. They want a real story. And of course, Jody's mind goes straight to her Summer Sizzle project.
And this is the absolute perfect way to structure your answer for a top grade. Think of it as SRAO. Situation. For our Summer Sizzle campaign, Risk Identified, I spotted a potential risk that our main slogan could be misinterpreted. Mitigation action, so I took the initiative to revise the copy and looped in the legal team for an extra check. Outcome, as a result, the campaign was a huge success and we protected the brand. See? It's a perfect little story that shows your competence.
Then Olivia throws her another one, a bit more of a curveball. This isn't about one project, it's about her bigger picture thinking. It's a test of her strategic brain. And the key to answering this one is all about balance. A brilliant manager knows that if you take zero risks in marketing, you probably get zero results. The goal isn't to get rid of all risk. The goal is to understand it, manage it, and then take the right, calculated risks that are going to drive real growth. It's about being brave, not reckless.
And just like that, Jody's journey has come full circle. She went from being totally mystified by a line of jargon on her curriculum to confidently talking about risk strategy at a senior level.
And this is the big takeaway. For Jody, S16 isn't just a task she had to do for her apprenticeship anymore. It's become a core part of how she sees her job as a manager. It's a responsibility she's now genuinely proud of, because she knows she's protecting her brand and helping it succeed.
So, I'll leave you with a question to take away. Think about the project you're working on right now. What's the one hidden risk, the one little what-if that's lurking in the background? And how, if you tackle it head-on, could you turn that potential problem into your next big success story?